So when I first started my gym, I had a mentor, and he was a brick and mortar guy. He had 22 locations, and they were tanning salons. And I said, I'm starting this gym, and he said, "Oh, I use flyers to get customers." And I was like, "Okay, I'll do the flyers thing." So he like kind of sold me on the idea. And so I went, I printed 300 flyers, and I went out and I put all the flyers out, and I was like, "This is gonna fucking crush." And so I was like, 300 flyers. I was like, I'll probably get 30 to 60 people who are gonna reach out from the flyers. This will be good. And my phone rang the next day, and I was super excited. So I answered the phone, and immediately it's like, "Hey, is this United Fitness?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's United Fitness. How's it going?" And they're like, "You put a flyer on my car." I was like, "Oh yeah." And he's like, "You hurt my car. You dinged my car, my Mercedes." It was a Mercedes. You dinged my Mercedes. Immediately, I was like, "Oh God, what do I do?" And so then I hung up the phone. And thankfully, he didn't call me back because I certainly didn't have the money to fix a Mercedes, and I doubt we had dinged the car. Um, but the thing is that no one called out of those 300. I got that. That was the only call I got. So I called out my mentor again, and I said, "Hey," he said, "Oh yeah, how'd the flyers go?" And I was like ready to lay into him, be like, "The flyers didn't work, bro." And he was like, and I kind of gave him that kind of attitude, and he didn't like take it. He was just like, "Well, what was your test size?" He was just getting a problem solving because he was an experienced business owner, and I didn't know what I was doing. And I was like, "Well, what do you mean my test size?" He's like, "Well, what was the amount that you put out to test?" And I was like, "Well, I put 300 out." And I said it like really mean. I was like, I put 300 out." And he was like, "Well, we test with 5,000. And then if it works and I get like a 0.5% back, then I'll start doing 5,000 a day in flyers." So he was going to do 150,000 flyers in a month to fill his location. And I was bitching about 300. And so this is where I'm talking about the insufficient volume is what creates volatility. It appeared to me as though the strategy didn't work, but I was literally doing, I don't even know the math, 100 times, no, 50 times less work in terms of volume than I was supposed to. 1/50th. So people absolutely can work 50 times harder than you because they're not spending all the time thinking about it. They're spending the time doing it. And so right now, I think you already know the answer to your question, Masso. Because when we have actually tracked people doing the rule of 300, because we're about to wrap up the 100 in the next few days. We tracked people who did it. And I'll be honest with you, the vast majority of people didn't actually do the 300. They didn't even get close. But the people who were consistent every day, who did 40, who did 50, every day, not one of them didn't make money. Think about that.